Hello, everybody, and welcome to the event review for the upcoming event, Not All Heroes. This will be for the week of August the 2nd, 2024. And this week we have the new card Clash of Illusions, so you'll see a different daily gift than we've ever seen before. I am looking forward to this event because it does seem kind of interesting. The downside is, of course, we don't know exactly how the numbers are going to work out, so by its nature, this event review is going to be a little bit less number focused than the previous ones have been, just because I don't know how many of these cards it takes to get progress in the week. But basically, you get 7 of these a day, so you get 49 of them for free. And for those of you who haven't seen the various previews that have been done, Barry's done a few videos on them. Basically, you use these cards. It's sort of a matching game. You get bonuses for factions matching the same way you do with normal heroes. They're of the same 7 factions as your actual heroes are. And you use those and some tactics cards that look like they probably change the factions of your heroes, make them transcendent, things like that. And you use that to attack a boss. The boss takes a certain amount of damage to beat, and then once you beat it, you get the rewards for the stage. So there are up to 25 stages in this, and the rewards are here. And these golden coins here are the same ones we had last week. So these are for the store that lets you get all kinds of nice things. So that's nice. Like, they're giving out genuinely useful rewards, and I assume stage 5 is probably one you can get without too much effort, realistically speaking. So if they are starting to make this, and I'll jump ahead to that just because it's actually pretty important. The Glorious Treasury is, again, the same as we had last week. 50% off for the first 4 in Shop 1, 50% off for the first 2 in Shop 3. So 5 coins is over 1 million Stellar Shards or crystals, or it's like 500 Master Toolboxes, I think. It's 75 Void Eggs if you want. Like, it's got a lot of good stuff in here. So yeah, that is the store we've seen before, but it's a good store. So we'll go back to where we were, but yeah, so stage 5 will get you over 1 million Stellar Shards if you want it. Stage 7, the same. 9, that's a core or a sub. 11 is, that gets you to 25 coins. So that's like your second core or sub and another 1.25 million stellar. This is good if you can get to stages like this. Now, realistically speaking, looking at the way they're giving out rewards, I imagine free-to-play stops at about 5 or 6. You're probably not going much beyond that unless you start investing some serious resources. Like 5 free-to-play, yeah, that's something I could see them giving out. 6, sure. 7 maybe is a stretch. 8, 9, like starting to give out free cores in just a basic week. I don't see them doing that. 100 Master Toolboxes, like, these are starting to get to the level of rewards where it's probably a little too good for free to play, given how DH normally does things. So I'm expecting you'll probably stop around level 5 to 6 if you're just normal free to playing it. But we'll have to see. Like, maybe this will be an amazing event and, knock our socks off. The other interesting thing to note here is this B- stone you see here. That has this little symbol in the corner, which I think is one of the responses to bot farming. If you use this stone in a hero, that hero can never be sold. It's bound to your account. You can still cash in for contract star gems. You can still use it, obviously, but you can't sell it. So I expect we're probably going to see more of this because bots have been a horrible cancer on this game. And it's going to be interesting to see how they start to do that without making it too unfortunate for players who are playing the game honestly. I really wish they'd do more to ban bots because, frankly, they're really blatant. Like, you go into PvP, you face characters with the same name and just a slightly different number at the end over and over and over and over again. Whole guilds of them if you get on Guild Wars. Like, it's obvious. But anyway, the upshot of this is if you do spend a lot of money, you do go up to the end of this, you can get up to 80 of these coins in a store. And the higher you go in the illusion ranking, this is like, it looks like a Android and iOS wide ranking, sort of like the Awakening rankings are. And the rewards for that are pretty minimal. Like, you get 1,000 gems for doing one stage, and you get 3,000 gems for being the top player overall. So maybe this is server by server because those are such low prizes that I can't imagine it is. I assume this is an avatar they're giving out. And if so, I mean, kind of cool. Top 50 get a new avatar, but the gems, don't chase this. I mean, go for it if you want bragging rights. This is Epine. Now, this part is really cool. For getting through basic campaigns. So 6610 is the end of the basic campaign. For those of you where this is so far in the past, you've forgotten. You get a total of 600 contract starry gems. And this is just free contract starries. Like, it looks like this is just everyone who has done the basic campaign gets 600. That's really cool. I was not expecting that at all. And if you look actually at the way you get the cards, you get those 49 for your daily logins. You get 60 with gems, 6,000 gems gets you 60, and 600 contract starry gems gets you an additional 60. So you can get 120 here, plus 49 here is 169. I don't know how far that gets you, but that's available. And this 600 contract starry gems is exactly the same as this 600. So that could be pretty nice. But there's also an awakening event this week, so you may want your contract starry gems for that. Depends where your account's at, obviously. And this actually looks like a pretty good awakening event. They brought back the level at 200, so that's nice. Yeah, it's got all the usual stuff. Now, there is no Soul Awakening session, so you don't get the stones as prizes the way that you would in some weeks. This is the only stone available this week, is that B- that's bound to your account. But it's still, not bad. Awakenings are always nice. And they also did, for those of you who missed it, bring some new mechanics in to sort of speed up awakenings. You can skip the cutscene where the stones fall from the heavens, and you can also do bulk awakenings. From what I've seen, you probably want to do, if you're going to do this, do bulk awakenings, but leave the cutscene on because it shows you the best awakening you get out of all of them. So do 5 or 10 at a time, and you're actually fairly likely to start seeing, greens and maybe the odd red come down. But then I'll give you a summary of everything you've got. Again, Barry did a quick video on that. There's a melody. And the melody, basically, you can get up to 1,500 base points and up to times 6 with Moonlight, so up to 9,000 in total. And the way you get those, each card is 2 points, each awakening is 5 points. They talk about the 3 methods, but I think there's only actually 2 methods. So, translation fun. Yeah, that is there. Now, the way this is, like we're talking about, as I said, you can get 169 between your gems, your starry gems, and your basic dailies. You can get another 100 off the Moonlight. We'll get to that in a sec. After that, you're into value packs. So you're probably realistically getting maybe like 500 points, even if you go hard on your cards, and probably 600 for your awakenings if you go to 600 points. Because again, there's no session here. There's no point in using more than 600 points worth. So don't go crazy on the melody. You probably don't. You're not going to get to 1,500 base points on this realistically, unless you're spending your money pretty badly, frankly, I suspect. Now, the one thing I will say is I'm probably going to put a pinned comment on this video once the event is live and I've had a chance to look over the numbers as they actually exist in the real game to give a bit more clarification on these points. But from what I can see here, don't aim for 1,500 base. Don't aim to get to 9,000 with the max. Like, you're going to be either... Maybe if you go heavy on cards, it might be worth it. Awakenings, though, don't go past 600 points on this. So, there's that. Yeah, the treasury, I already zoomed down to show you the store. And the one thing I will point out is, like I said, there are 80 of those in the Card Clash of Illusion, 80 of the gold coins. And you can get, theoretically, up to 60 here. And you're probably not getting to 60, like I said, because you're not getting 1,500 base points on this. So, you're probably not going to... Unless you go really, really heavy, you're probably not getting more than, I'd say 100 or so, 120 maybe. So these last stores, unfortunately, are not that great. And the max possible is 140. But just like last time, you have to have spent 120 to unlock this store. So it talks about a purchase limit of 6. You cannot actually get more than 2 of these. This one talks about a purchase level limit of 10. You cannot actually get more than 8. I think they just reused the graphic and tried to reuse the mechanics, which I understand, but be aware this is slightly misleading. You cannot possibly get 6 of these. You can get 2. You cannot possibly get 10 of these. You can only get 8. So be aware of that. But for the lower levels where most people are going to be, it's exactly the same as before. The limits are high enough, you're never going to max them out. So yeah, and again, the discounts, like I said last time, this is one of the sweetest sentences I've ever seen in an event in Idle Heroes. It's great. So you're going to be getting a lot of stellar out of this. Master Toolbox if you need them, Void Eggs if you need them. You can get cores and subs pretty easily. I want to count them. I go for some essence. Yeah, it's a good store. Like, I've got nothing against that. Anyway, I've mentioned the Moonlight Gift a few times, and it's the same as we saw the last time there was an Awakening event, I believe, more or less. Obviously, a few differences. The big difference is the cards. You can get up to, $5 is 2 cards, $10 gets you to 5, $20 gets you to 10, $50 gets you to 25, 70 is 35. So basically, it's, for every $2 you spend, you get an extra card. Because at $100 you got 50, at $200 you got 100, and then it stops. You don't get extra beyond that, but you get up to 100 cards here. And the rewards here, these blue numbers are the bonus points in the melody, and the red number here is bonus rewards on the actual Card Clash Evolution. Now, it does not double your gold coins. They make that very explicit. But it does double your 9-star puppets and like this guy. This basically is a Cloud Island chest. It has 200,000 of any resource, so it's pretty minor, but it's there. There's that. And then there's some Prism Starry Gems. There's an Origin artifact, a regular artifact, some Stellar, 10 soul symbols for those who care. It's not bad. It's nothing like really crazy. But if you're going through the event, it's all right. And then Flora's Picnic is back, the same as, again, last time we had one of these. Prism Starries, it's $100, and it's $100 for the Prism Starries, but you get train tickets and cores and some contract Starry Gems as well. Now, in my last video, I did suggest these were equal probability. They're not. I think it's 60, 30, 10 or something. So it worked out to be almost 300 average, so almost 3,000 contract Starries in the process. It's there. It's not bad. And the value packs for this week, no train tickets, just the cards and some gems. So they're not the best value packs, depending, though, again, on how the numbers work out on the Card Clash Evolution. These might be all right. I would wager they're probably not going to be, though. Anyway, let's switch over to the Chinese for a second. And on the Chinese side, the only thing really to note is the details of that Cloud Island treasure box. It's basically 200,000 of each type of reward. But the one thing I didn't notice back when I was on the English is that there are 5 of these and 10 of these. So this is actually 1 million Cloud Island materials, and this is 2 million, which, better than I thought. I can respect that. Anyway, that's about all there is in the Chinese. It's not a terribly complicated one this week, so that'll be that. And basically that's all I've got for this week then. It's going to be an interesting event. I'm looking forward to it and seeing how it plays out in practice. But we'll take a look, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks. Bye.